Just get off the phone. Why, oh why, oh why, oh why can't you leave the phone alone? You're supposed to be concentrating on the road. So get off the phone before you hurt somebody. Get off the phone before you kill somebody. Just get off the phone.
Hello everybody and welcome to another video. As you've probably guessed, I've been playing around on that website again. One day I'll do a video on it and show you how easy it is to do. I made that in about 3 minutes from start to finish. It is that simple. Here's the website anyway, if you want to have a little look of it yourself. It's so simple, even an idiot like me can get a song out of it in seconds. It literally is so simple. And it's free. I get 10 songs per day free. There is a paid version, obviously, if you wanted to upgrade and get the paid version. And then I don't know what that is, what the difference is. But the one that I'm using is the free version. And it's so simple, as I keep saying. So have a little look at it if you want. And do me a song. How about do me a song and send it to me? I'll tell you what, instead of doing a full video on this, I'll just run it by you really quickly now. Just so you get an idea of what you're looking at. This is my home page on it. So after registering and all that sort of stuff, you get a page like this. All you do is you just write a few lyrics in there, as you can see that I've done there. Just write a few lyrics. Underneath that, what style you want it in. That one that we just heard was Broadway classical guitar. And underneath there, it just says create. You just press to create and off it goes. Obviously, if you look into the main screen there, I've done a few. Here's one I did earlier.
You're supposed to be concentrating on the road. So get off the phone before you hurt somebody. Get off the phone before you kill somebody. Just get off the phone.
Yeah, I did have quite a few people ask me how I did all of that, and that's how you do it. It's really simple, as I keep on saying. So check it out and have a little look. And now we'll get on to our normal stuff, shall we? Now, another little gadget I use in the car every day, whether I know where I'm going or not, is Waze. And this is why.
Watch out, accident reported ahead.
Now, it's told me that there's been an accident reported up ahead. Normally, you might avoid the area. I can't on this road. There is only one way in and one way out to this little bit where I'm going. So hopefully the accident ain't going to be stopping me getting past it. The funny thing is, I don't use Waze as my sat-nav. I just have it on in the background. I use Google Maps. I prefer the look of it. I prefer how it works compared to Waze. Waze has got too many shortcuts. And it's right. Look, there's the accident. It's all been taped off by the good old police that have made it safe. Or have they? I'm having another little dig at the boys in blue. That one there's okay. It's in the bushes. Can't do any harm there. It's the other one I have a problem with. Now, it's out of the way of the road and everything as we go to the rear camera now. But you notice something on it? It's still got its lights on. Now, I'm not being funny. It's been in a crash. The front of it's, obviously you can see the damage. And there's heat coming from lights. Petrol, heat, I don't know. Maybe it's not that easy to catch fire, but I would eliminate the risk and turn the bloody lights off. Now in this clip, I'm going to have a go at the British workforce again. Oh yes, I'm on form today and I'm a miserable git. Anyway, I'm driving down this road. I've never been down this road before. I've got a customer in the back of the car and we've got about 3.5 miles before we hit his destination. Now the thing is, he's never been down this road as well, so we're both at a loss to what's going to happen when we see this sign. Yeah, road ahead closed. So I pull over here. I got something behind me, so I'll let it go past me, and I'm going to have a little look at the map to see if I can actually avoid this road. Where is this road that's being blocked off? The guy in the back of the car says, just keep driving, it's alright, just keep driving and we'll see what happens when we get there. There must be a diversion or something when we get closer to it. I was thinking, I very much doubt it. Now there's a few cars coming towards us, you'll notice, and none of them are actually signalling to me to not go down there. Don't go down there, it's blocked. None of them are saying that. None of them are signalling, flashing their lights or anything. We come to another sign. Same again. The customer is telling me, just carry on and let's see where we go. And I'm saying, you know, it's going to add to your fare. And he went, yeah, yes, that's fine. So off we go. And we come to this. Hardly road closed, is it? Now the previous signs were the road narrows and everything else, but not closed. It's right next to where their van is, and it's saying road narrows not closed, but the ones further back are the road is closed. So people are turning round and going back the other way maybe when they don't have to. And as you'll see there, that sign there has got road closed on it for coming the other way. So, and obviously the road isn't closed. So the good old British workforce again strikes again. So in this clip we're looking at them hatch markings in front of us. Yep, the one where that truck just drives over. And he's not the only one, you'll see a few more do it in a second. But my point is on this, what is the point of having them? If no one's going to not drive over these things, why not just make it another lane for the right turners? Because they are turning right further down the road. They're not taking the first right though, which is what really I wouldn't mind. If they took the first right, which I'll show you when we come round the bend here. Here's another one. Yeah, typical BMW 4x4. You expect them to do it. And another one goes past in a second. Another big 4x4 thing that goes past. There it is, yeah. Your typical drivers that normally do this sort of thing. Now, if they were turning right at this first one, I wouldn't mind so much. But they're not. They're driving all the way down the road across more hatch markings to turn right. So what is the point of having them there at the beginning? Why not just make this a right turn only lane all the way down there? The road is big enough for this, so why not just have it a right turn only lane? You will always have the people that go down this lane and then cut into the left. You can't odds that. But most people will use it the correct way and turn right, but they won't have to be going over hatch markings, which I think is dangerous, because if I was turning right here, I would be pulling out now to go into that lane, using the road correctly in my view, not doing what these guys have all done. Let us know what you think about that in the comments down below. Now in this clip I'm just about to come onto the good old M25, and the next junction is the M23. Now I want the M23, so I'm happy to just sit in this inside lane, just poodle along and just take the exit. Now I can see up there that there's a blue lorry that's going quite slow, but it doesn't bother me because I'm happy to just sit here and poodle along until the exit and just overtake it maybe on the M23. Now the thing is, there is one car here that wants the same lane as I do. It's that one there. It's not doing anything wrong, but it's all about reading the road, looking further than the end of your bonnet. Now it's got a car to it in lane 2. Watch the car in lane 2 as well, because it's just going to be cut up by this car that's going to come into lane 2. There it goes, it cuts across and the car that is cut up moves out into lane 3. Now as it goes past me, it's going to go straight into lane 1, and then that car is just going to stay in lane 3. Now this car that's overtaken everyone badly has now got to hit the brakes because it hasn't seen that blue lorry. There is no road management whatsoever. The car that it cut up is going way past the blue lorry. It's at the change lane because it was cut up by him, but look how far in front that car is because it didn't change lanes. Look how far up in front he would be if it knew a little bit about road management and looked further than the end of its bonnet. Just a simple one. It's not that hard to have a little bit of road savvy. You just got to open your eyes and look further than the end of your bonnet. Now, from me being very calm and poodling along to me losing my temper. Yes, I lost my temper with this one. The Mini that you'll see in the rear view mirror in a second. In the rear view mirror? The rear camera? I saw him in the rear view mirror. You're going to see him from the rear camera. Anyway, there he is. As you can see, the road narrows down. He can't see that. Or can he? He just don't give a damn. Now this is quite simple for me. This car that's just overtaken me pulls over to the left hand side and the Mini comes in behind me. Yeah. So have I got to slow up to let you in here now? Can you not see that? Can you seriously not fucking see that? Idiot! Idiot! Eyes, yeah? Eyes! Use them fucking things! Eyes! I was showing him my eyes, I was showing him my camera, and I was showing him my shake the can of Coke sign. Now in this next clip we've got a bit of a change in weather. Yeah, it's bloody awful. And all the way down there in the distance you can see a dustman. And it's on the other side of the road, so I will have priority when I get to it. You would think, wouldn't you? You would think. But it's follow the leader rubbish again, the sheep. And if I only had a brain, what would I do with it? Now should this guy be going? Should the guy behind him be going? Definitely not. Why am I slowing down for you guys? No? Twat. I can't tell you how tempted I was to actually go straight towards that last one there and just block him off, but I didn't. Fucking three of them shouldn't have gone there. And not one of them actually put their hand up in any acknowledgement whatsoever. Not one of them. So we've obviously speeded it up here a little bit and we go to the next numpty, which isn't far away. And again, it's all about manners. Although these guys that we just gone past took the piss, that wasn't about manners, that was just taking the piss. Now we come to this one here. I'm seeing this more and more often. He doesn't have to reverse out of there. There is plenty of room down that estate to actually turn round. Again, no acknowledgement. You can turn round in that place. I've been down there myself. You don't have to back out. Now one of my pet hates is, well, people that know the channel, people that watch the channel will know I've got bloody loads of them, is people that don't indicate on roundabouts. This red car coming from my right, it's got priority over me. I have no idea where it's going because it's not indicating. So what does that do? It makes traffic, doesn't it? So indicate. It's not difficult. Now people say to me, when you're on these sort of roads here and there's a slip road coming on, you should be moving out to the right to make it easier for them to come on. I don't disagree and I don't agree with it neither. In weather like this, I tend to stay in my lane rather than swapping lanes all the time to accommodate other people coming on. But I don't think it would matter one jot the way this guy comes on here. Oh, for fuck's sake. You arsehole. You absolute arsehole. To overtake someone that's on the slip road with you. Absolute arsehole. Now in this clip we just got a red light jumper here, but we are in Croydon. What do you expect? Now in this clip coming up, it's that follow the leader shit again. I have priority. You wouldn't think it. Now first of all, this guy was going straight at me. I don't know what he was looking at. And now you get this lot. Any of them going to stop to let me go when I've got priority? Expect it from an Audi because it's always an Audi. Now in this one, I don't know why this bus didn't let the guy out. It was obviously indicating beforehand, but then buses don't let anyone out. So I'm going to let this white van go. I wish I didn't really. There's police coming towards us now. So we've all been waiting around. And then this van is going to do, I don't know what. It's changed its mind to what it was going to do. It looked like it was going to go into that right turn and then maybe do a, I don't know, who knows. And then changes his mind again and does a 3-point turn. Well, I should say about a 5-point turn-ish. There, right there. So stopping me, stopping oncoming traffic, that car has to reverse to let the idiot go back and forth. Yeah, there are times and places to do these things. That isn't the time or the place to do it. And people defend this for some reason. And no traffic has actually moved from either side of the road because of him doing that as well. He's created more traffic on this road, this is Carshalton Village by the way, by doing that. But I say, some people will defend that, saying he's doing nothing wrong. I beg to differ. Now 2 or 3 videos ago, I did a little bit on Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. That's something I never thought I'd say. Yeah, I did a little bit of a history thing about Anne Boleyn, who used to knock around this area. So did Henry VIII. Anne Boleyn is Henry's second wife. And over to the left hand side here, I'm going to give you another history bit here, is that there is called Anne Boleyn's Well. Now, I didn't realise our history was all over the place, as bad as what it is. Because obviously I didn't do a lot of this at school. They used to call me Steve McQueen at school. I was always trying to escape and always got caught. But yeah, well, that's where we are in Carshalton Village. And there's a lot of myths about everything to do with this Anne Boleyn. The dates don't match up and everything else. Even a spelling mistake. They even think that it's a spelling mistake. So someone like me could have done it. And I think it could have been someone like me. Because that bit there, I always say, giving it Lord of the Manor. So as we go over this bridge now, this is Carshalton Ponds in Carshalton Village. And we'll just go to the rear camera now and I'll show you it from a different angle. That's the well there, obviously. And up there in the right-hand side there's normally a statue there of Anne Boleyn. Someone must have half-inched it because it's not there. Maybe it might be there for repair. Maybe someone took her head off for the second time. I don't know. But that's what it normally looks like. Anyway, history lesson over with today. Class dismissed. Now just down the road from there, you come to a place called Rose Hill, where everyone walks around and they rattle. It's their one brain cell that's rattling around in their head. Now in this clip, we're not even going to use the famous Rose Hill roundabout, which is just a little bit further down the road, but we don't need to use that because we got enough rattlers round here. Take this guy. Yeah, good looking for the cyclist, mate. Not once did he look over to the right hand side for cyclists coming down the inside or the outside. So now we're back to the front camera and have a look at all these vehicles that are parked on the left hand side. Perfectly legal. You'll see 4 of them in this little stretch here. Yeah, 4 vehicles. Now, a little bit further down the road, we've got a woman walking towards us. I'll point her out with that green arrow there. There she is, walking towards us on the pavement. I can hear her. She's rattling away, walking towards us. Now she goes onto the road. Now what vehicle is she going to get into? Where's your money? Where's your money? What vehicle is she going to get into? We go to the rear camera. Yeah, I can hear her rattling away. Watch out for the wing mirror.
Who put that there?
Yep, the rattler's forgot where she's parked her car. She's also forgot that she doesn't even own a car. That's what they're like round this area. She's walked off the pavement to get into the road and then walked back on the pavement. It's Rose Hill. It's Rose Hill. This is what they're like in Rose Hill. Now further down the road you'll see that Lidl sign, and I'm turning right at that Lidl sign. Those of you who watch the channels regularly is where the ninjas attacked me that time. Anyway, we're driving down here and I need to go in there. I need vodka. Every time I come around this place I need bloody drink. So the car in front of me doesn't know what lane it wants. It either wants lane 1 or 2 or both. So we're watching him at the moment. We're also watching a little bit further down the road, and you might need to watch this a couple of times because there is someone that's crossing the road up there in front. I'll point out where you'll see them. just in a second here as this car is all over the shop. That's where they appear. Now, it doesn't look to the right. It doesn't look towards me at all. And a bike overtakes me now, going so fast it's ridiculous. And you'll also be looking out here for someone crossing the road there that just runs straight across the road in front of a BMW. Look at that fucking nutcase. And that stupid cow crossing the road who hasn't looked once to the right in front of him. And another one here. Fucking hell. The world is mad. And just when you think you've seen it all in one clip, an Audi lets me go. Flashes me to let me out. Look at that. An Audi. Always an Audi. And obviously I did say thank you. Now I'm just going to take you back to the rear camera now when that bike overtook me. I just want to show you how fast, and it's going over zigzags and everything else. And there is no L plate on that bike, which I do find hard to believe that that guy has passed a test when he filters that fast. Now in this clip, as you can see, I'm just driving into this estate. It's very quiet. The roads are very quiet anyway. And when you get roads like this, people get sloppy. People get lazy in their driving. Like this guy pulling out from the right hand side here. He's cut across both lanes here. He's nice and polite. He actually put his hand up to, it wasn't a thank you, it was like a sorry wave. The trouble is, I would have probably let him out anyway, just to make it a little bit easier for me to get round that corner. I will show you this with me coming the opposite direction. This is what he saw here, how he could actually move over to the left and stay on his side of the road. But as I say, it's not a problem because I would have probably let him out anyway. In actual fact, I know I would have let him out anyway. So now we're coming up to petrol head moment. I know what this car is. It's a Lamborghini. I know that because it says so on the back. Other than that, I wouldn't probably know what it is. I'm just useless with cars. What model? I have no idea. I just know it says Lamborghini on the back. Now in this clip, we're coming up to this little turn in here and we come across a trainee swinger. Yes, this white car, the lane just quite isn't big enough for them. They have to little pop into my lane. As I say, they've still got a lot to learn. That wasn't quite a proper full out swing, but they'll learn. Now, if I haven't bored the tits off of you already, I'm going to try very hard to do it now. Have a little look at the time down here. It's 4 minutes past 10. And we're looking at this lorry in front of us. This HGV lorry. It's got to back in. And it's bloody awful. I've got to say, it's awful. The camera jumps here a little bit. If you'll notice the time, it goes from 4 minutes and it goes... I lost the file. I don't know how. And now we're 8 minutes past 10 and he's still attempting it. A lot of the time that the camera wasn't on there, he literally wasn't moving at all. Pedestrians do not do him any favours here. As you can see, they're going through that little gap and he's struggling like hell. This is the road that leads to Epsom train station, by the way. So everyone is getting out of cars, including my passenger, and walking the rest of the way. There is a big long queue behind us of traffic that's going and blocking up the whole of Epsom because of this guy. And let me tell you something, I have done this job of actually reversing onto loading bays. It was part of my job when I worked for a department store. I used to do it at night, driving these things. Even though I haven't got an HGV license, they used to call them shunters. I don't know if they still do, but this isn't even tight. We were there 11 minutes for him to get round that bend there, and it's not even tight. So that's not a good driver. That's not a good driver. He did put his hand up and apologise, and I know pedestrians are getting in his way. This is one way, by the way. It doesn't stop the bikes going down there though. Yeah, there was a few of them, but the camera only caught a couple of them. I don't know whether I switched the I switched the motor off because I've missed the clip. But look at the gap he's got that side. That's big for these guys to get into, and he's still nowhere near the loading bay. You see the loading bay? He's nowhere near it. So Not good at all. Not good at all. Now it's time for a little bit of silliness. This car in front of me and the van that's just about to overtake me make such a hash of this hill start, but they do it so well together. The synchronization is unbelievable, so I just had to do something with it. Yes, I know, very silly, very childish, but it had to be done. And this one had to be done as well. I would just like to say we are in Epsom/Ashtead way. I don't know. I just don't know where they come from. Got a funny feeling where they're going.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm wearing lederhosen.
So we get on to the serious stuff now, shall we? Or semi-serious. It's all about a merging turn here. We got two lanes here that go straight on and the right hand lane turns right. All it is a merging turn because it goes into a single lane after the traffic lights. This rust coloured van, why would you have a van that's like, it's not orange by the way, it's rust colour. It's revolting, it's horrible. Now look at this guy on his merge and turn. If you take your merge and turn, that first car, my gap where I should be is in between there. He's done that deliberately, absolutely on purpose. He didn't want anyone to get in front of him because he's a numpty. And by the way, I did notice something on his number plate there. His M is upside down. Yeah, that's not how you spell it. Now, one of my pet hates, I could write a book on my pet hates, I think, is indicating at roundabouts. Roundabouts are supposed to help the traffic flow, but it only works if you indicate. Where is that car to the right hand side there going? Is it going straight on or is it turning left? I haven't a clue because it's not indicating, so I have to wait. They create traffic. Is it that hard to do that? Driving at such an angle, I don't know whether you're going round the roundabout or turning left. And an indicator would tell me. Same roundabout, me coming back the other way. I'm turning left. I'm already indicating. So this car here can go straight out, but he shouldn't have gone straight out because he didn't look properly. And if we look behind me, this guy here should not be overtaking where he's overtaking. And he gets very close to the car that's just pulled out. I can't see any L plates on that bike neither. I don't think that's a qualified rider. A qualified rider don't ride like that. They ride differently. Now in this clip, I've got to zoom it in because you might not be able to see this guy's head, but behind that van there is a guy that's going to be crossing the road. And it does get a bit blurry, but if you look at him, he doesn't once look to the right hand side. Not once, and he's crossing the road. How can you do that? How can you seriously do that? And the weird thing is, he's getting into that badly parked little truck there. He's actually a driver, and yet he doesn't look to the right hand side when he's crossing the road. How can you do it? I look both ways, even if it's one way. Now in this clip, it's the I'm alright Jack. Oh, you got a lane. Come on. How can they not know to pull over to the right hand lane to... I give up with some people, I really do. Now we're coming into Leatherhead on this one. As you can see, this road is a nicely painted road. It's very new painted road. All the yellows are nice and bright and the white lines are nice and bright. Still fucking potholes everywhere though, but that doesn't matter. There's nice white paint everywhere and yellow paint everywhere. But that's not what we're talking about at the moment. Have a look over to the right hand side. That pathway is a shared pathway, i.e. it's for pedestrians and cyclists. Now obviously it's a lot safer if they're on that than on the road, and we all know that they don't have to use it. They don't have to use it no matter what. They can be on the road, which is fair enough as long as we all know this. But what about this coming up here? Look at how young this kid is behind his dad here. Look at that. I'm sorry, but for me, I would be on the pavement and that kid would be on the pavement with me. If I was on the road, I would be behind that kid and out a bit further. I would not be that close to the bloody curb. I would be pulled out way further and be able to see what that kid is doing and make people aware that I am there, not all the way over to the curb. You need to be a bit more central if you're gonna ride with a youngster like that. I mean, I don't know how old that kid is, but he's so young. That's ridiculous. You've got a shared pathway, a nice, safe shared pathway to your left-hand side. And now because he is in front of the child pulls out here. You see the child pulling out? He doesn't know he's pulling out because he's in front of him. The kid should be in front of him, and he should be watching the kid and moving out. It's just so ridiculous. And I don't know if you saw the beginning of the clip. I'll show you it again. Look how much the father is wobbling there. Look at him. He's all over the shop. I mean, he's not a very good cyclist himself. Maybe he should be on the pathway anyway, just for his own safety. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I've done enough moaning for one day. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.